So as some of you may know, I did my thematic unit on transportation. And so I just want to go over a few things with you about my thematic unit. Throughout the week, we would be talking about cars, traffic lights or signs, boats, trains, and airplanes. So in my weekly newsletter, it pretty much ties in everything that we would be learning about, and it just has different activities which would be implemented throughout the week. I have a lot of hands-on activities for them to do, which really just gives them the feel of being on these different transportations and learning about these different things. But my vocabulary words, they're not necessarily for them to spell, of course, because this is for a 4K group, but for them to actually be able to use throughout this thematic unit and so on and so forth in life. But I would really be implementing them in the way I talk and talk about different transportation routes and things like that. So my vocabulary words consist of vehicle, transport, destination, passenger, arrival, and departure. And those can be used for any of these different transportations, whether you're talking about a car, plane, boat, train, doesn't matter. You can use them throughout the entire thing. Also, we have a field trip on that newsletter as well, where we'll be visiting a local airport so the children can actually get the feel of an airplane and how it works, and actually get to speak with like different people that works with an airplane every single day. So like I said before, I have a lot of hands-on things in my dramatic play area. Instead of changing the area completely every single day like I originally planned, one of my classmates offered the idea of just taking things and taking things out of it and inputting things in each day that I want them to learn about. So that can change from costumes to hats, like for conductor, sailor, driver, whatever it may be. So for Monday, I have, since Monday is about cars, I have a car wash theme where you can literally just turn some furniture around, get one of those little cars that students can drive, and they can go around and like they're at a car wash. And you can also implement some spray bottles and washcloths or anything like that, so they could act like they're washing their car. So the next day is about traffic lights, and I just have a game of red light, green light. Not a dramatic play area, but it is a great game and gets them on their feet and outdoors. So the following day is airplanes, and I would literally just set it up as if they're on an airplane. I would have different costumes for them to wear, unless you can also just do hats if you just choose to, but they could have like a pilot hat or a flight attendant costume or hat or whatever. And you can also have trays and like play food for them to use as if they're ordering food on a plane. And you have like toy luggage, or you can have actual luggage. You can just grab that from Goodwill. That is, of course, their size. You want to get the kids kind, but things like that. So that's just like a few examples of the things that I would do. That's easy to take away and put back into it. And so some things I would just add around the classroom in my art area, I would add toy cars and things like that for them to paint with, instead of just painting with regular paint brushes. I also would add in egg cartons, recycled toilet paper rolls, and cotton balls, because I have so many activities involving those like 4 different items. It's unreal. Like, it really can be used for trains, airplanes, boats, any of them. It doesn't matter which one. So I would add those into my art area. And so for my sand and water sensory area, I said that for the sand, I would add blocks and trucks and rocks. So as if they're on a construction site, and they can build things with the blocks and have like, just the rocks really just give you the feel of being on a construction site. And I will also add toy planes and shaving cream into that sensory area, so they can make different shapes out of their with their toy planes out of the shaving cream, which is really cute to see. In my block area, I would have wooden railways for them to like drive their cars around and things like that, and traffic signs, the little wooden ones that comes with them, so they really get the feel of different traffic signals. Of course, the simple ones like a stop sign, because it's big and red and it's a octagon, so they really not octagon, hexagon, so they really get the feel of what it looks like. Yield sign is a different shape as well. It's a triangle, so it's like really simple without them having to actually read it. They know it by its shape and by its color, and also like railroad signs and things like that. Moving on to like table toys, I just have a few file folder games and puzzles that they could definitely play with throughout the day, or throughout the week rather. And in my library, I would add different books. Of course, the books that we read throughout the week, I would add into the library. But so just because trains is like one of my favorites, how can you not add in the little engine that could with that theme? So that's also a really good one. So for my music and movement, I have two different songs. The transportation song is, they both have the same title, they're just two different songs and two different ways of doing it. It goes through all of the transportations, so I felt like that was a really great great idea and great way to implement that into this thematic unit as well. And so lastly but not least is the science and discovery area, and I have a make a boat experiment, and then I also have a ramp. So the ramp can literally be made out of the wood and blocks that you have, but they can make them as high or as low, and they can basically race their cars down the ramps, or whatever kind of toy they want to race it down. Really gets that feel of science. But so to just to conclude this whole thematic unit, I will go over my lesson plan right quick with you. It's just basically a sensory band type of lesson plan, 3 different sensory bands for them to use. I really want them to get the feel of transportation and actually understand it and be able to identify it by sight and by sound. So and they also identify it by where it is located, like cars are on the ground and airplanes are in the sky and boats are in the water, so on and so forth. So this lesson plan actually goes really great with that type of information. But this is the wrap up of my thematic unit, and I hope y'all have a